Hi, my name's Alana Carrisforth and I'd like to thank you for watching this video today. As some of you may know, I'm an IELTS tutor and I've been teaching English to overseas students for the last 16 years. I've been making a series of videos on pronunciation for the IELTS speaking test, and this is the fifth and final video on phonetics and phonology. Video number 1 was about vowel sounds, number 2 diphthong sounds, and 3, 4 and 5 have been about consonant sounds. So as we can see, this is pronunciation for the IELTS speaking test number 5. And in the first two videos I discussed at greater length the basic areas of pronunciation that the IELTS examiner will look for, and I talked about different features of pronunciation. In this video I'm going to continue talking about the phonetics and phonology of British English, and I'd like to look at consonant sounds and how they are pronounced in British English. And you can download the British phonemic chart from bestieltsonline.com. It's in the links section, which is at the bottom, in the bottom right hand corner. So there are three things we need to take into consideration when we're thinking about consonant sounds. We need the manner and place of articulation. That basically means how do we make the sound, and where in the mouth, which parts of the mouth or even or the throat or the nose do we use to produce the sound. We need to be aware if there is any vibration of the vocal cords. If the vocal cords vibrate, it's what we call a voiced consonant. If there is no vibration, and this is the case for only 8 of the consonant sounds, if there's no vibration, it's known as voiceless or unvoiced. And finally, we need to think about the airflow. So if I held a piece of paper in front of my mouth, how much could I make it move by producing the sound? Generally, the voiceless or unvoiced consonants produce more airflow. Okay, so let's start off with some sounds. The first one is as in monkey. Basically, in this sound, the lips close and they block the airflow. So, close your lips, block the airflow, and the air escapes through the nose. So, just put your hand, your hand under your nostrils and feel the air coming out through your nose. So the lips close, block the air, and the air escapes through the nose. It's voiced, and there's very little airflow produced. So it's voiced. That basically means if I put my fingers onto my throat, I'll feel some vibration of the vocal cords. The next sound is here the airflow is blocked again, and it escapes through the nose. So the airflow is blocked and escapes through the nose, very similar to the less sound, but the tongue is on the ridge behind the upper teeth. So there's a ridge behind the upper teeth, the tongue is there, and the airflow is being blocked and escaping through the nose. So let's think of an example. Nice, nice, nice. This is also voiced, so produces vibration of the vocal cords if I put my hands to my throat, and there's very little airflow produced. Now the next sound is quite a difficult one to produce, And in fact, there are certain areas in Britain that don't actually produce this sound. I'm from Liverpool, from Merseyside, and we don't produce this sound in Merseyside. I can produce it now because I teach, so I've learnt it since becoming a teacher. So basically, in this sound, it's mm, mm. For example, sing, sing, sing. In this sound, the airflow is obstructed, and the back part of the tongue is against the soft palate. So the soft palate is at the back of your mouth and the top of your mouth. So think the back part of your tongue is touching the top of your mouth at the back of your mouth. Okay, so everything's at the back. And the airflow is obstructed by this back part of the tongue touching the top of the mouth, at the back of the mouth. And the air escapes through the nose. So, sing, sing, sing. It's voiced, and there is very little airflow produced. So if I hold the piece of paper in front of me, I won't make it move. And the next sound is h, 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 h. As in happy, happy, happy. Now this sound is produced somewhere deep in the throat, and there's some kind of friction there deep in the throat, and the air is partially obstructed. Happy. It's voiced. It's what we call a breathy voiced consonant, so there is some vibration. If you press your fingers to your throat, you'll feel some vibration of the vocal cords, and little air is produced. So you're not really going to make that piece of paper move very much. Okay, let's move on to the next sound. Okay, the next sound is l, 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 as in love. Okay, now in this sound, l, 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 the tongue contacts the ridge behind the upper teeth, and the air escapes down both sides of the tongue. L, 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 l. So it's important to remember that the tongue is touching the ridge behind your teeth. So start off with the tongue touching that ridge, because this is quite a difficult sound for some nationalities to produce. So if you start off with the tongue touching the ridge and then bring the tongue down, that should help you be more conscious of what you're doing. L, l, love. Okay, it's voiced and there's little air produced. The next sound is r, 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 as in read, read, read. Now this sound, together with the one that we've just done, l for love, is often confused by some nationalities. Okay, r. Now I'm going to be quite graphic in my description of this. Okay, look, find your top teeth, and this sound begins with your top teeth touching the inside of your bottom lip. R, 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 and then you're going to open. Okay, and then open your mouth. It's voiced and there's little airflow. Now, the last two consonants, w and y, are quite vowel-like in the way they're produced. Some people call them semi-vowels. So let's look at w first of all. W, 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 as in white. Now, w is almost like two vowel sounds together, which would be oo, ooh, ooh and ooh and So basically, when producing this sound w, the lips begin very rounded and become less rounded. The mouth starts closed and moves to a half-closed position, and the tongue moves from the back of the mouth to the middle of the mouth. W, w, w. It's a voice sound, and there's hardly any airflow produced. And last of all, we've got y, 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 as in yesterday, yesterday. And that's like, it's almost like two vowel sounds, e and e and if you say them very quickly, sort of squash them together. E, 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 y, y, y. So in this sound, the lips begin spread and then move to a less spread position. The mouth begins closed and opens to a half-closed position, and the tongue moves from the front of the mouth to the middle of the mouth. It's a voice sound, and hardly any air is produced. And that's all our consonant sounds covered. I hope you found this series of 5 videos useful, and thank you for watching them. Really try and concentrate on the phonemes that you know you have problems with. I suggest that you practice them in front of the mirror so you can see what your mouth's doing. Listen to my notes on them and think, okay, where's my tongue? What are my teeth doing? Etc. I suggest you record yourself while you're making the sound and compare it to what I've produced on this video. If you're fortunate enough to have access to native speakers, ask them what they think. And very best of luck. I wish you all the luck in the world in your IELTS test. Thanks for watching. Bye.